Hi, this is Brian with The Balanced Dog and Lucas Agnew, and today I want to kind of show you the different lengths of leashes that we sell on lucasagnew.com, and just to kind of give you some more insight next time you're ordering what length might be the best for you and the purpose that you're using it for. So I'm going to get Juno to come over here in a second, but we have two lengths. We have a 66-inch, and then we also have a 42-inch, as well as our 15-foot long lines. But what I've been finding is that sometimes people will order a 42 and then send it back saying that it wasn't long enough. And so if you're using what we call the power loop, sometimes it's not going to be long enough. So what I want to show you with Juno, come here. Come here. Well, Hazel, we can show you with Hazel. Come here. So if I put the power loop on Hazel, which basically, here comes Juno. So here's how you do it. Hazel, you can go on out. Come on. Come here, Juno Chop. So here's how you do the power loop, right? So come here, buddy. Over here. Be a good example. So you're going to slip the leash on over his head, but you see you have all this slack down here underneath his jaw. So where that slack is, you're just going to twist it one time so it looks like a figure 8. It's going to go over their muzzle. Well done, my friend. You're going to slide this keeper down in place, and you're going to adjust the lead so the ring, the brass ring, is right between the dog's ears. And so now the backup clasp here just clips into the dog's flat collar. So you just spin it around, clip it in here. And the reason why that's on there is some dogs can pop this loop off if you're not paying attention, or if they're not acclimated to it 100%. And when that happens, you can see there's all this slack that they can actually back out of the leash. And so that's why we have this clasp on here. In case that happens, the dog can't get away. But so anyways, going back to a 42-inch leash with the power loop, is that what happens? And again, it's good for some dogs, and it just depends on the combination, like a Great Dane or a big Shepherd. That might be a good leash to use if you're going to use the power loop, because what happens is once you put the loop in, you can see there's not much leash left. But again, for some dogs that are, maybe a little bit more challenging, it's kind of good sometimes to limit the leash, because see, if Juno goes on to this leash pressure and then he comes back to center, then the pressure goes away. So if you're walking the dog and it kind of starts to deviate and you just have this amount of leash, he's going to come onto that pressure really quick. He's going to come onto the information, so it keeps him on track. So there's like constant little reminders that if he goes off track, this comes on the pressure. So some more challenging dogs, I may shorten their leash out, and especially for the client too, because this is not going to allow the client to give the dog any more leash than that dog possibly needs. So the other thing is, if you're just going to use it as a regular slip lead, it's actually a pretty good length. You can let the dog, go out and pee, and then you can reel them back in. So, but like if you're using the power loop, maybe on a big Shepherd or a big Dane, I mean, my arms are long, so, if I use it on a big Shepherd or Dane, it's perfect for me. But if you use the 66-inch one, which tends to be the more common one, it's the same thing. You're going to put a big loop over the dog. Hazel, can you move out of the way? Come here. Thank you. Twist here, figure 8, over his muzzle. Attaboy, buddy. Slide it down, put the backup clasp on. Now you can see you have quite a bit of leash on the 66-inch. So maybe if your dog's a little bit more dialed in, he can have a little bit more leeway. This might be a better leash to go with. It's easier to let him out. Again, that's if you're using, come here, Juno. That's if you're using this power loop. The other thing is, if you don't use the loop, it's a good length just to do like really in-close training. If you want to back tie the dog, if you're doing place work and you want to clip them onto something, it's a good length for doing that kind of work. So anyways, just wanted to kind of clarify that next time you're online looking at the leashes and deciding which length you might need, whether it's the 42 or 66 inch leash or the 15-foot long line. Now you'll be well informed. All right, thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon. Thanks, Juno. Well done, my friend.